Welcome back. Today we're going to look at two different ways at solving percentage problems. The first way might seem the easiest, but it is important to know both ways. So let's look at problem one. I'm going to look for 30%, no, 36% of 300. Okay, so how do we solve that? Well, the first way of solving it is by breaking 36% up into different components. So 36% is made up of 10%, another 10%, another 10%, and now we've got our 6%, and we're going to break that 6% up into 5%. And 1%. And the reason we do that is because when it comes to percentages, we need to remember to get 10% of any number, what do? We divide by 10. If we want to get, let me see, 1% of any number, and this is where sometimes people forget that we're not dividing by 1, we're actually dividing by 100. So try to remember that. To get 10% of any number, divide by 10. To get 1% of any number, divide by 100. And if you know that, you can get those two facts. You can solve any percentage problem. Okay, so I'm going to put a little circle around this here, my division here, and let's go back here. 10% of 300 is divide by 10, 30. 10%, 30, 10%, 30. 5%, oh, but I don't have that as a memorized fact, but I don't need to. Now that I know that 10% of a number and the answer, I would get it by dividing by 10, well, I know 5% is half of 10%. So therefore, half of 30 is going to be 5%. 1%, okay, I need to know that. I need to have learned that off by heart. 1% I divide by 100. 300 divided by 100 is 3. So what I do now is I'm going to add up all of my numbers here, and that will give me my answer. So 30 times 3 is 3. Oh, not times, I'm adding them up. 30 plus 30 plus 30 is 90, plus 15 is 105, plus another 3 is 108. So just to emphasize, I add these all up, and I got 108. But what is the other way of solving this problem? You might prefer to do it this way, but it is really good to know the two different ways. The second way, you will learn how to do this in secondary school anyway. So 36% of 300. What's 36 as a fraction? 36 as a fraction is, what is 36% as a fraction? It is 36 over 100. What does of mean? Well, it means multiply. That's really good if you remember that. Of means multiply. 300. When I multiply two numbers or two fractions together, I prefer to turn this number here into a fraction, and it avoids any unnecessary mistakes. Now I'm going to multiply these two together, but can I make the job easier for myself? Oh, yes, I can. When you're multiplying two fractions like this, if the numbers are very big, can you simplify it? So what I'm doing here is I'm creating a butterfly. So we're going to cross simplify. Now, I hope that doesn't confuse you. So I'm going to look at my 300 here, and I'm going to go to the 100 here. Can I factorize these two? Can I simplify them? Yes, I can. 300 divided by 100 is 3. 100 divided by 100 is 1. Now I'm going to go to my other side. I've got 36 and 1. Well, I can't simplify that anymore. Okay, let me get rid of the butterfly wings and let me look at what we have now. Now I've got 36 over 1 multiplied by 3 over 1. Makes it a little bit easier than multiplying 36 by 300. So 36 by 3, let's do that down here. 3 sixes are 18, 3 threes are 9, and 1 is 10. We've got 108 over 1, which is the same as 108. So we've got the same answer. Now you might prefer the first way or you might prefer this way, but try them both. And I've attached a link with some problems for you to work out. Now for the first 3 or 4 problems, I can't remember now, was it 3 or 4? Well, let's say for the first 3 problems, problems 1, 2, and 3, I would like you to work them out using the both methods and see if you get the same answer. For the rest of the problems, there are 8 on the linked sheet. You can work them out in your preferred way. But for the first 3, please can you work them out using both methods? And if you're a student of mine, you can send me in your working out. And if you're not, you can write it in the comments. Okay, have a nice day.